Hello, I am Josiah Dupre. I will be sharing my informative presentation theme. It's going to be about endangered animals. So let me just start. Imagine being a child who grew up loving tigers, only to hear by the time that they're an adult that they might go extinct in the wild. When I was younger, I watched Wildcrafts and I learned amazing animals like tigers, rhinos, and orangutans. But back then, I couldn't imagine a world without them. But today, many of the species are endangered, and there's a possibility that they're going to be extinct. So, my specific purpose, I'm going to inform you about endangered animals and how they became endangered and the impacts of losing them, and what we can help to protect them. So, sorry, it's loading. So main point, I'm just gonna give you a few examples of some endangered animals. We have Javian rhino, monarch butterflies, Amur leopard, some other species like porpoises. There's less than, for example, the porpoise, less than 20 left in the world. 20. We have Philippines eagles. I'm trying to remember some off the top of my head. We have a whole bunch, and we don't even know. That's the thing. There's such a broad amount. And they're not just cool creatures, but they're part of the ecosystem, and they keep our planet balanced. Because without one, some things are just going to be out of line. Say we wipe out all of the spiders in the world. It's going to be a problem because you're going to have other parasites, flies, other things that these guys eat. And that is an important thing for our society. Why are they disappearing? Well, it's me and you, humans. Humans don't seem to care about animals. They just care about money. For example, tiger's my favorite animal. Still to this day, they're hunted just for their skin. Just for their skin. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, but you're literally killing these families, the pups, the moms, the dads, all these tigers just for some skin to sell. Like, what the world has become, it's horrible. And, specifically, what else is a good example? White rhinos. They're literally hunted or poached just for their, like, cartilage from their horn. Like, the horn, like, on the front of their... It's the same, it's what our fingernails are made of. Cartilage. And this is being sold for many dollars. And it's just ruining all these animals and just making them endangered and very almost extinct. Some of them have already been extinct. We just don't know because they like to keep stuff from us. So now that you know something about the species and the edge of extinction, let's talk about why they're disappearing. Number one, habit loss. Forests are cut down from farming, cities, and logging. For example, orangutans lose their homes every day because of palm oil plantations. I've seen so many documentaries where I see literally the habitats of orangutans being chopped down. It said it right there. All of their homes being cut down every day. Poaching and illegal trade, like I was saying, tigers, rhinos, and elephants even are killed for their skins, horns, or tusks. Stupid. Pollution or climate change. Sea turtles choke on plastic bags, coral reef bleach out, and warming oceans threaten whales and sharks. That is a big thing that I forgot to mention. Pollution. The ocean has tons of garbage. Tons. If you open up probably every bird, I would say they would at least have eaten some type of plastic anywhere because we just don't care. As humans, we don't care. And I'm not saying it's me or you, but other individuals to where they don't care about our ecosystem, which is why we need people like me that actually care about the animals, and we need to do something about it so we can have a big impact on them. Because we technically came in their habitat. We're the ones building the freeways. We're the ones building the buildings. We're the ones building all these factories. We're the ones, maybe the water, not really, but there's still pollution. Overfishing or bycatch. The vaquita porpoise, that was a specific one. That was the one that's less than 20. They get trapped under fishing nets and drown. I know that's a big thing. Sometimes people overfish, or they just fish to where you can't catch the fish. You have to release them, and they keep it instead, and they just kill the fish. For what? For what? For our own satisfaction. That's an issue. Invasive species. Sometimes foreign animals introduced by humans wipe out local species. So, for example, somebody brings, I don't know, some type of mantis from Asia, and they bring it to America, and they kill out these specific bugs that I guess they're in America. You're unbalancing the ecosystem. Even though they're annoying or that, it's part of our ecosystem. You can't just bring some praying mantis all the way from Asia. That's not how it works. They were placed in Asia for a reason. That's like you placing a polar bear in Arizona. Polar bears are meant to be in the cold. They have the specific warmth for all these, all the climate changes, the blizzards, the storms, all these things. So if you brung, it's pretty much like bringing a polar bear to Arizona. We're bringing them into a climate to where they're not going to thrive, or they're just going to be there just for the benefit of them not being successful. That's an issue. Animals don't vanish by accidents. Human actions are the main causes. Literally everything I just said. From habitat loss, poaching and illegal trade, pollution and climate change, overfishing and bycatch, and invasive species. It's all caused by humans. Animals have nothing to do with this. They're just trying to live their life. But of course, the intellectual, more sound, God-created thing as humans, we do stuff that satisfy us, or what we think that satisfies us. Okay, on to point 3. Because even me saying this is hard because I love animals. Like I said, I want to be a zoologist, marine biologist. I watched Wildcrafts, Zoboomafoo, all those things, watching animal documentaries with my brother. Me and my brother want to be zoologists and marine biologists, so it just hurts just reading this. And this is stuff that I did research on, and it sucks because I love animals so much. So we've seen which animals are at risk, and we've explored why. But the question is, what can we do about it that has us have hope? How can we help? Support conservation programs. Organizations like Wildlife Conservation Society and local sanctuaries protect habitats and rescue animals. So pretty much helping the due diligence of other teams that are helping animals. Change our choices. Buying products without palm oil, avoiding single-use plastics, and supporting sustainable seafood can make a difference. Not everybody has to do this, but it's kind of a little effect to where you don't have to do it, but it helps somewhat. It's nothing too big. Raise awareness. Talking about endangered species, sharing posts, and educating kids that can inspire action. That's a pretty big one. A lot of kids don't know. I mean, you have to be pretty curious for you to know how many endangered animals there are and all these other things. And raising awareness to not just kids, but people my age, people that are older, they'll probably start to see maybe a difference, and they'll put that plastic bag in the trash can. Not everybody's going to do it because everybody has morals, and some people just don't care. Or some of us are just lazy. Laws of protection. Governments have banned elephant ivory trade and protecting national parks. These laws need our support. So pretty much laws. But that's the thing. We set laws, but people will still break them. There's some states that you can't have a gun. People will still have a gun. There's places in Africa where you can't poach elephants. They still do it. They just do it secretly. They'll do it at night to where they can't get caught. But once the National Guard's around, if they get caught, they're cooked. So that's the thing about human society. It doesn't matter if there's laws. People are going to break it because people are just dumb. And they just don't care. Everyday action. Even recycling, planting trees, or volunteering helps. It does. It might not seem pretty big, but you're doing a big thing for all the animals, It doesn't have to even be big animals because, living in North America, we don't have crazy animals. Africa, they got most of the terrain. It's not really built and based off of like homes and hotels and all these things. Maybe a little bit parts, but most of it is the African savanna. Nothing's being touched. Like the Amazon rainforest, like nobody's going to live there unless people are that crazy. But even doing that, it just helps, helping the little squirrels, the little robins, the blue jays, the raccoons, the possums. It helps. It helps. Protecting our endangered animals isn't just about saving us. It's about saving the balance of our planet, which humans also depend on. That's a big thing. we're freaking ourselves over and we don't even know it. So remember that silent forest from the beginning. If we act now, if it doesn't have to stay silent, tigers can roar, birds can sing, and butterflies can flutter for future generations to see. But if we don't, future kids may only know these animals from pictures and history books. That's a big thing. That could be very much real. In 100 years, by the way America's going, and even just the world, that could be a very big possibility, and that scares me, honestly. Um, so I just encourage you, just think about what you're doing. Put that plastic bag in the garbage. Um, Help organizations. Just be more curious about it. Not everybody has to, like I said, because this is something I want to do. But for other people to know about it, it's definitely heartwarming. So I just thank you. I conclude this message. Like I said, I'm Josiah Dupre, and this is my informative theme about endangered animals. So I thank you for listening, and bye bye.